G'day everybody. I want to talk about war crimes in gangs. I don't think I've seen a documentary about this. Not saying there's not one out here, but I haven't seen one. But I've seen one about war crimes and stuff, and I've posted up a little bit myself to remind people about war crimes and stuff and about wars. But here goes war crimes when it comes to gang. You can call it gang crimes, right? But it's like a war crime. You got to treat gangs like a war crime in a way, because it can be a crime to the person that they're attacking or another group or whatever it is. The, why it gets classed as war crime is that when gangs, and definitely rich gangs and setups and stuff like that, because that's what gangs are good for, is they always try to get a fallout person to lessen their gang and their war crimes, right? So they can go do it somewhere else and lessen the effect to the gang. But the gang's all in it, and the gang needs to be totally crushed when the leader goes down. Otherwise, the gang never gets crushed, right? When it comes to war crime gangs, and I'm not saying crush all gangs. There's good gangs out there, right? I'm talking about the bad ones, like a Hitler gang and how it started. He started off as a gang and then took over the country, right? If you look back, it's pretty much like that, right? And so when it comes to war crimes, and his same gang, when you look back, the starters got the higher ranks and did just as bad, and then try to get out of it when you see it, because they try to use the fallout thing and said, oh look, I was just following orders, it wasn't really me, I was just a pussy kind of thing, let me go. But pussies don't get let go in the end when it comes to bad war crimes, and they try to say they're pussies, and yet they're doing horrific things to people that make them look like not pussies at all. Just it's an excuse for them to say they're pussies in the end, to try to get out of something and say that they were stupid shit when we can prove that they were smart, right, and knew better. And that's all war crimes. So when it comes with a gang, right, the gangs need to be treated the same. So when something goes to court when it got to do with a gang, the whole gang needs to be brought up, like back in the old days, like they did with the different rankings of who gets how much money. See, the more leader gets the more money, and then the following of the gang and so on. And it's the same thing when it comes to people doing tests on people, say a group do tests on people unlawfully and all that kind of thing. How do they get punished? How do these gangs get punished? Well, when it comes to court, and my belief of punishment, I don't know if it's like this all around the world because all courts are different, but when it comes to court, they have to get punished by who knew the most, the longest, and who did the most. And when it comes to all that, no matter what excuse, who told them to do it, they still have to get punished. Everyone's a free will. If someone told you to shoot your mother in the head, this is what free will is, an example. It's up to you, or shoot someone else, but I'll put it to your mother so you can get the point. Because everyone's someone's mother, or something like that. You get it? And so imagine if you had to shoot your mother's head, your friend or your gang member told you to do that. Would you do it? You wouldn't do it, would you? Not only because you love your mother, you also know it's not right. It doesn't feel right. I can't kill her because she's a loving person. She loved me, right? And the person that you might be killing over that you didn't know could be the same thing, but you're doing it because your gang told you to. And it wasn't right, was it? And so in the end, it's the same thing. It's like they shot your mother. You get it? You would say, yeah, it wasn't right. That my mother was loving. That person they shot, they had it wrong, right? So you need to think about that, right? People in gangs and stuff like that, and what you're doing. And I hope you really believe what you're doing, and you're prepared to lose your family or people to shoot your people if you're just going around shooting people and killing people. Think about that. And if there is a heaven, think about how they will punish and talk to you about that crime and where you should go when you reach there for doing such things like that and hurting people's lives and making people kill themselves. You don't have to be a killer, just making someone kill themselves for actions you kept doing to someone can make you in the wrong. Definitely if the person you were doing it to was innocent. Right? If you did an action and someone kills themselves in some action you did, like show the truth and all that kind of thing, that's totally different. That's fine, right? They were just weak and couldn't confront it, or couldn't handle what was about to come out, or a few extra things like that, right? Not because of your fault. It's only ever bad if you do something to someone who's good and doesn't deserve it, and didn't do that, and you lied and manipulated and tricked, and someone went through something. Right? Anyway, have a good one, people, and I hope you get my points. And like I said, I can't play too much and give everything out just yet. So have a good one. Bye bye. Let me know in comments what you think. I might see him in a few years. Hey? Or I might be dead and my family have to answer it. That's just a joke, alright? I know everyone's hanging to get me into an ambulance or something for crazy, hey? Definitely Bella. She loves talking about it, doesn't she? They're going to be locked up. They're nuts. The more he talks about me, the more I'm going to say they're going to be locked up and nuts. They are. They're crazy. They're knocking this May McMahon. They're crazy. Man, I'm the best. They're crazy. I can do whatever I want. Right? Like, you know what a war crime could be in a gang too? Holding someone who's a singer and got a song to be released and are hanging and probably, you know, about to commit suicide and did a song and everything. We'll put it in this scenario, right? Or a dancer or an eventer and someone held it back or a group held it back because they wanted to control or take it. Imagine how you'd feel. Imagine what would happen. Anyway, see yous.